Yo, John Cook here. Whoa, it's a little dark. Oh, still now it's freaking bright. Alright. Anyway. Like I said before, I'm going to start posting these a couple times a week. Maybe blow up. But I'm going to be talking about creating the version of your reality, of what you want to become true. I truly, truly believe that by taking the right steps, you will eventually become that person. Now, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I can definitely say, just by having a vision, having a dream, I'm getting there. I'm close. Not very close, but I'm getting there. I can tell by taking more risk, by taking the steps. The only thing God, of course, I'm always going to be lacking to God because I can always be better. But I'm always going to be, there's a couple things that I'm lacking. But I've noticed that when I used to be an alcoholic 2 years, not even 2 years ago, like 3 years ago, I've noticed, obviously I quit drinking. I started reading a lot. I have started journaling a lot. I have, my goals have become an absolute priority. I've noticed I failed business after business after business. And at the point when you're failing business after business after business, it doesn't even, like, if you don't even feel it anymore, you're like, okay, anyway, you don't even feel it anymore. And that's a very good thing because you realize failure is just another step closer to success. And when you realize that, you realize you have an infinite amount of opportunities in your life in order to achieve that success. Now, one thing that also does scare me, though, is which I'm glad that I've surrendered my life to Christ. And I've never been this close with Jesus because this is only going to be my third video. But if you've noticed, the past 2 videos, I've been going through a lot. Like a lot. And I'm glad I did. And I hope I get to talk more about that, hopefully one day on a podcast. That, where was I even going with this? Anyway, oh yeah, when you achieve everything, I've noticed that I've experienced myself, when you have everything, you feel absolutely nothing when you don't. Like, you just feel like you have a black hole. I remember when I was 18, now I'm broke, but when I was like 18, I made close to 120 grand. But I felt nothing. I felt nothing at all. I was just spending my money stupidly. I didn't understand my money. I didn't understand. I believed in Jesus, but I was very lukewarm. My lifestyle wasn't representing Jesus. And yeah. Sorry, I just got sidetracked. I was kind of like reading something. Anyway. But I just want to talk about, like, success. And I just kind of want that to be like a main focal point of my channels, because I'm obsessed with it. One person, and I think there's also a lot of people who you should look up to and who you want to be like. As for me, I've already got a taste that money isn't everything. Don't get me wrong. There's a certain amount of income that I do want to make. There's a certain type of human being I do want to be. And that's where you can't mess up on, is the certain type of human being that you want to be. As for me, like I said before, I want to be like Alex Eubank or Tim Tebow. I freaking love Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow is the true definition of a Christ follower. And he, has a freaking gorgeous wife. He now has a kid. I've never heard anything bad about Tim Tebow. And he's the true definition of walking in your purpose. And don't get me wrong, the reason why I say he's the true definition of walking in your purpose, because we all go through times where we feel like Christ isn't there. and we go feel like, man, I'm so far from Christ, I can't feel him. But no matter what, you still have to choose to believe in him and not fall to the world. Because you realize there are seasons in life. And that's like Alex Eubank and Tim Tebow, the two type of people, no matter how many struggles they go through, they still realize Christ is there. Look at George Janko. I remember one time he was talking about, like, he had to fast for a couple of days because he was seriously questioning his faith with Christ. But was it this week or last week? I was seriously questioning my faith with Christ. I was going through a lot. I was going through a lot mentally. And I've never been tested like this before. Like, I've never in my entire life been tested like this. And I was like, I couldn't do it no more. I could not do it no more. And you realize through that testing, if you just stay quiet and just surrender to him and give every single thing to him, what you're feeling, what you want to say, he's going to answer you just like that. And I remember I failed my insurance test. And I was just mad because that's a long story anyway. I failed kept making the same grade. Turns out I'm taking the wrong test. Supposed to be taking a whole different test. Anyway, to sound like an idiot. But it wasn't the test. It was because I was lacking faith. I wasn't trusting Jesus. And I was still dwelling on my past. He was trying to tell me something. He was trying to tell me, quit. If you want to achieve this type of success, John Mark, you need to let go of the past. And I was crying, bro, because I just could not take it anymore. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I can't get past. It's not the test. It's like I wanted to feel okay, and I haven't felt okay in forever. Like, and I'm trying every single thing. Like, I'm trying everything. And I understand, like, if we go through trials, like, be happy. Be happy you're going through trials. That way you will be lacking nothing. That way you will be lacking nothing. That way the man that you want to be. That way you have all the wisdom, you have all the patience, all the endurance, all the knowledge, all the stuff. That way you can be a good husband, good father, good mentor for a lot of people. But gosh, this one was freaking hard. Gosh, it was hard. And I realized the next day that I was talking to my mom about it. She was like, "You've been a bitch." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Why would you rent space for someone else to live there?" I was like, dang. I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I didn't even think about it that way. And she humbled me. And that's one thing. Every single day, I think y'all should pray for humbleness. And pray anytime you get a certain situation where you're like, you should kill your ego and humble. Anytime you get off the right track, ask God to kill your ego and humble you. Because we're human beings. We always want to go to like the ego-ness. And look at me. Always ask God to kill your ego and, humble you. It will save you in the long run. It will save you in the long run. And, I just got like some brain fog. Anyway, this is what I've been doing though in the past 2 years though, for me to achieve, like, become a better person. Because all the money and stuff like that, that's going to come. I quit drinking. This video is kind of short. I quit drinking. I started reading the Bible every day. I started praying every day. And don't get me wrong, I fall short. For a while, I fall short on both of those. The praying and the reading the Bible. But now I'm staying consistent with it. And if you want to get there quicker, read the Bible and pray every day. And don't just read and don't just pray to pray. Ask God for guidance. What do you want for me? And of course, take action. Because if you want, you can't say you have unshakable faith without you taking a leap of faith. But also pray every day and try to get to know Jesus, feel Jesus, and read the Bible, understand it. Quit drinking. Cut out all distractions. and this is one thing, guys, I hope there's at least one person watching all of this. This is hard. I know it's hard. If there's any distractions that you know aren't bringing you closer to Jesus and closer to your goals, you need to cut them out. I used to be the man in high school. I used to have a lot of friends because I don't judge people. I drank a lot, partied a lot. I was like the man. But I do not. Another reason, because I don't like to judge people. Bro, come hang out with me. Yeah, I don't care. Come at like you're a human being. I don't judge. And I realized some of those people do not need to be around you. If they do not align with your morals, not all the time, okay? Well, let's rewind that. If they are not genuinely good people, if they're not somebody that would like take a bullet for you, like I can call this person, I know for a fact this dude, I'm 2 hours away on a flat tire, they would come get me. They would answer on the spot, say no problem. Like, don't drop those people, which you're probably going to have one or two of those people. That's it. Anybody else, bro, you need to drop off. And another reason why I say that is because, yes, you can help your friends get closer to Christ, but they're not going to take you serious. That's another thing. I'm trying to move out of my hometown so I can become a professional speaker, so I can do, get close, help people, of course, business, success, all that type of stuff. But Jesus had to leave his hometown. That way, people could take him serious. People in your hometown won't take you serious, like your own friends, not your best friends. Your best friends will take you serious. Your brothers, basically. They will take you serious. But not your friends, not your family. Your family won't take you serious. Some family members. No, some of them will. I have very, very supportive parents. I have amazing parents. But there were some times where I thought we were going to kill each other. Another thing would be start reading books. I wish I started reading books very quickly. I wish I would have realized that all the success, all the stuff I wanted does not mean anything. I wish I would have realized the trials that you're going through means something. I wish failure is an option. Failure, that way you can learn from it. Settle down. You're not control. That's another thing I wish I would have known. Do not go to anger. Do not go to revenge. And do not go to anger. Do not. Do not do things for money. Do it for purpose. Do it for building. Do it to be better. Of course, can you live off of it? But that will come. Start journaling. I journaled every once in a while, but I wish I would have journaled every day. Every day. I wish I would have got negative thoughts in my head. I wish I wouldn't have let other people care. And I wish I would have got scammed like $10,000 for mentorships. That's another thing. I'm not scared to invest in myself. If it's going to get me closer to there, I'm going to invest in myself. But I wish I would have realized, don't put people on a pedestal. These people are human beings. Next month, I could be making $500 million. Okay, let's be more. Next month, I could be making $100,000 a month. From what? I don't know. Like tomorrow morning, I could be like, I'm going to run an AI business. And, I don't know. So don't put people on pedestals. Don't buy mentorship. Buy books and read. And watch podcasts and YouTube videos. But do not buy mentorships. Oh, how do you grow on social media? Consistency and watching other people. That's it. Am I big? No. But I will be. And I wish I would have kept all my YouTube videos. I had a whole bunch. I deleted them. That's all I really got to say. I'm kind of brain fogged today. Can't really think of much. Cut out, I wish I would have known how to stay more aligned with Jesus during all of that. Wish I would have prayed more during all that. Um, and I also wish my girlfriend at the time, I wish we would have got closer with Jesus. I wish that she would have challenged my faith in a good way, not in a bad way. She was challenged. I don't want to talk bad about her, but my faith, I was staying complacent. I was trying to grow, but someone's like a rock, and I'm like, come on, let's go. Let's do more. Then boom, I would fall back to sin. That's another thing. There's so much. Gosh, there's so much to learn. So much to learn. And don't be scared of what other people say, because some of the best advice I've ever heard, number one, in 4 to 6 months when you die, you will be forgotten. And also, like King Solomon says, you're born from dust and you go back to dust when you die. There's a lot of people that are going to doubt you. A lot. And if you notice that all your friends are leaving you, it's because you don't entertain them anymore. And that's good. That's because that means you know your worth. And stay focused on your purpose. If you don't know what your purpose is, bro. To figure out what my purpose was, I had to take a lot of risk. I had to get to failure. I had to hit rock bottom of having no money, of questioning my faith, of everybody leaving me, of depressed, suicidal thoughts. But I just kept going, and surrendering my life to Christ, and realizing my story that I have. And I realized my purpose. Our purpose is to love God and serve people. And through that, but what are the tiny purposes, like making money or having a job, sports, all that type of stuff. Sorry, this is freaking loud. But I would definitely start writing and also learn from other people. That's a huge thing, good or bad. If you say you see something at your parents that you don't like what they do, write it down. Okay, I won't do that. You like something that your parents they like that they do, you like what they do, then write that down. Have a whole list. Bro, this is my wall of all the notes and everything. Gotta stay dialed in, gotta stay locked in. Don't be scared to be weird. I was always weird, but I cared what other people thought of me, and that's why I entertained them. That's why I had a lot of friends, through parties, stuff like that, is because I entertained them. It's another thing. If you have a whole bunch of things, you realize people are only there for you when you have the thing, and when you lose the thing, people don't talk to you anymore. I went through that. I had a badass party barn and everything. Boom, party shuts down. No more parties. Guess what? No more friends, because you realize people only hang out with you because of the things that you have. Sucks, but I'm glad I went through it now. Actually, doesn't suck. It's kind of peaceful. Ask questions constantly. Ask questions. I don't give a shit if you go on a date. Ask them. Don't do this small talk bullcrap. Ask 50 questions. Okay, you're my wife. Okay, you're not my wife. Ask. Of course, flirt every once in a while, but ask loads and loads of questions. Lots of questions. And are they going to help me get to my purpose? Not goals, purpose. And yeah, go out there today. Love Jesus. Challenge somebody, whether that's your parents, your friends, your brother, your sister, anybody, to get closer to Jesus. Open the Bible. If you're struggling with something like anger, humbleness, mine is anger. I do bottle up a whole bunch of anger sometimes. And that's one thing I'm trying to work on. And don't ever put human beings on a pedestal. And so, yeah.